With it, dude. What up, Island Boy? Hey, hit the thumbs up if you can hear me. I got my AirPods in, so if you can hear me, let me know. Let me know the sound's good. But what's going on, fam? I'm down here in Broward County, chilling, watching the game, flying out to Puerto Rico in the morning. But I figured I'm up, got a little bit of drink. What we gonna talk about tonight, good people. Norvell Central, what is going on, my guy? Sound good? All right, Island Boy, appreciate that. Hey, all the Clippers need to do is stick around and try to steal the game at the end. With no Kawhi, the Clippers are doing a lot better than I thought they was going to do. What was going on in Florida State's lane? Norvell Central, man, what you got for us? Hey, me and Norvell Central, man, we're going to be doing some collabs in the future for sure. I'm going to bring him on the channel, and I'm going to go on his Instagram live. If you don't know by now, Norvell Central drops the gems when it comes to this Florida State stuff, especially the recruiting aspect. He be getting all the insight, all the interviews with the kids, you know. Rose was good. Bro, you already know. Chilling. I fly out in the morning to Puerto Rico, but I'm chilling right now in South Florida. I know it's a little bit late, but I ain't doing nothing. What y'all want to talk about tonight, man? Hit the like button. What y'all want to talk about tonight? Y'all run the show tonight. I'm just watching the game. I'm watching the Clippers actually winning. I'm telling you, with no Kawhi, I'm surprised at the Clippers right now, man. My man Dan Squatch. Norvell Central, appreciate it, brother. Hope we have a safe. Oh, definitely gonna be safe. There's no really any news. I think we got him, Rose. I think Graham gonna go ahead and shut it down. Well, I won't say shut it down, but I definitely think he commits on Sunday. I heard Ba was taking an official visit to Georgia. I'm not excited about that, but I'm not mad about it either. By all means, go out there, get your official visits, and have fun with that. You know. What up, William? What's going on with your partner? Who do you think should be at the top of a running back board? That's a very interesting question. Yes, ma'am. For a while, I thought Austin should be at the top of the running back board, but I think things may have changed throughout the weekend and as the recruiting has kind of gone on. From what I hear, Austin really loves LSU. I know he was recently on campus, but from what I hear, he is in love with LSU now. Let me do some more diving into that, damn Squatch. Let me do some more diving into that. And Norvell says, Katron, don't know if I'm pronouncing his first name right, but Katron Allen's visit went really well. He's a running back, too, if I'm not mistaken. Roy, what do you think of that? I thought the Shakir Stevenson fight was straight trash. For two reasons. not Florida State related, obviously. One, Top Rank. Top Rank put this guy in the ring with a I don't like calling fighters bums because they get in there and they do what I don't do, especially when we talk about the fight game. What's up, son? But Shakur Stevenson is at least an A-level fighter. This dude at the best was a C-level fighter, and I'm probably being kind when I say C-level. He can stay with me if he wants. The Jazz and the Clippers. The Jazz and the Clippers. Yeah. So for me, it was like, okay, it was a piss poor matchup to begin with. And then Shakur Stevenson should have finished this fight within 6 rounds, and it was a terrible fight. It was a terrible fight. It was a great boxing performance by Shakur Stevenson. I don't want to make it seem like he didn't do what he was supposed to do because he did. Okay, master performance as far as boxing wise, but the guy didn't belong in the ring, and then Shakur Stevenson should have put him out of his misery way earlier. Well, he didn't put him out of his misery, period, because it went to straight 12. That type of fight should have never went to the decision. What's up with the O-line from Oklahoma? I'm here he is interested in Florida State. They're supposed to be setting up a meeting next week, if I'm not mistaken. 4 years of eligibility on him too, so we'll see what happens with that. It seems like the line between unattainable and better than Glover gets mighty thin, but I've done been high on Glover. Glover did a recent visit with UF, if I'm not mistaken. And if I'm not mistaken, he also called UF his dream school. So there's that. Stacey Wilkins, redshirt freshman, will be visiting Florida State soon. Ba has a visit set for Michigan State and then Georgia on the same day. Okay, so Rose's on it. If they're on the same day, it tells me that he's not spending too much time. I'm still on vacation, big homie. Wayne, what's going on with you? Still on vacation. Yeah, I kind of agree with Rose. I don't think Glover's going to be a part of the class either. I feel like they're looking at. Here's the thing. I think they could have Glover committed a long time ago if they really wanted him. I don't think they're looking for other prospects, if I'm just being honest. It seems like they're looking at other guys other than Glover. I think Glover, I think they're keeping them on the back burner in case they miss out on the guys they really want. It just seems that way to me. Any recent or actual physicals on the Oklahoma tackle? Haven't watched anything of him. I'm just excited of a guy that was highly touted prospect, 4 years of eligibility. I mean, at the worst, he brings great depth, you know? I like Glover, but I like Kingtron Allen as well, and I have a strong feeling about Kingtron will commit before Glover does. I've been hearing positive news I've been hearing some good things about him too. The question is, I think at this point you have to ask yourself, are you more interested in defensive end or offensive line at this point? And who would I really take? Honestly, for me, y'all know me. The only thing keeping me from going all in on this team for the next season is the defense. I don't know what this defense is going to do. And I don't know if this defense is really any good. So defensive end may be the actual smart play. But I'm not turning down any offensive linemen if we got a chance to get them. That's just me. I'm not turning down any offensive linemen if it's actually possible. I think so too about Glover. I think Rodney Hill got his spot. Yeah, I think Rodney Hill. First of all, Rodney is a little bit more versatile than Glover. And I agree with you. I think Rodney Hill's the guy that they kind of covet more than Glover. And as far as like pure running backs go, yeah, I think Glover's maybe third would be kind. I think Glover may be fourth or fifth on the list of running backs that they're really looking at. Norvell Central says Allen, Barnes, Gibbs, Austin, Glover, and that. See, so Norvell Central just pretty much confirmed what I just said. Norvell, he's got him at 1, 2, 3, 5. He's got him at 5. So I mean, he pretty much just confirmed what I said. And again, I ain't got no. I'm no insider. Everything I say is just speculation. But again, you just read the tea leaves, and Glover is, yeah, definitely like probably last on the list. Because if I'm not mistaken, and Norville Central could either confirm or deny, Glover could have committed 2, 3 months ago if he really, if FSU was really a take, or if FSU was really taking him. If, from what I was hearing, Glover was ready to pull the trigger a long time ago, and I think FSU just covered some better running backs. If I'm being quite honest. And Glover's a Lake Gibson kid. I'm a Lake Gibson alum, so I'm a fan of him. Regardless of where he goes, I'll be a fan of Glover. But I think FSU covered some other kids more so. According to Nova Central, they say Allen's number 1, Barnes is number 2, Gibbs is number 3, and Austin's number 4, which is interesting. I always felt like Austin was their main target, but things could have definitely changed over the few months. So fair play to that. They looking like both Wilkins and Cuisine, according to Lay. They can take both, dope. They can take both, that's amazing, Rose. They can take both, that's amazing. Wayne, any offensive lineman that wants to come here, I'm welcome to it. If he's too fat, hell, it's 80 degrees at night. Bro, if it's 80 at night, like I said, I'm in Broward County right now. What do you think it is down here? And everybody likes Barnes. Yeah, man, I'm just sitting here watching the game. Surprised the Clippers are actually winning this thing. And there's been some interesting developments on this Florida State stuff. So y'all know I want to keep y'all in the loop. Y'all are keeping me in the loop, to be honest with you. Y'all are keeping me in the loop. Did anybody see Maiden Day? What is popping with you, bro? Raymond James was good. Did anybody see Dan Mullen inbox Terrence Brooks thinking it was the commit? The recent high school prospect Terrence Brooks. And he inboxed our Terrence Brooks. Anybody else see that? You can't make this stuff up when it comes to Dan Mullen, man. He is a cornball clown. I don't know how, if you're a Florida fan, you defend that guy. Oh my God, he's bad. He's a good coach. He's a good X's and O's coach. But when it comes, he's a clown, boy. Dan Mullen is a clown. Austin has cooled off since spring game. They like his explosiveness. Gibbs was considered a UF lean, but FSU official visit changed his mindset. Okay. I think a lot of that has to do with Austin really just falling in love with LSU, personally. I think FSU would probably want him the most out of the running backs. That's me personally. Again, no insight. That's just me. I think Austin loves LSU. So with that saying, FSU's going to go ahead and move the pieces around the chessboard, so to speak, which is a smart move on FSU's part. Dope going to be rocking? Absolutely. PG, hey, Paul George is stepping up without Kawhi. And Kawhi might be done for the playoffs, man. Kawhi might be done for the playoffs. Yeah, Kawhi might be done for the playoffs. Raymond James laughing. Alan Boy says he heard about that. Dan Mullen is a goofball. Mullen is Malibu. But Mullen is so sorry. Recruiting-wise, he is. I don't know how kids even consider Florida as a destination with that guy as the head coach, bro. This man inboxed Terrence Brooks, our Terrence Brooks, national champion Terrence Brooks, thinking he was inboxing the recruit Terrence Brooks. Like, no lie, not making this up. This isn't Terrence Brooks posted this. Like, Mullen is so good. How do you do that as the head coach of Florida University or the University of Florida, whatever the hell they're called? How do you do that though? John Shields, what's going on, partner? While you are close to Miami, you should take time to go see the beautiful. There's nothing at Coral Gables that I need to see. I might link up with T2Y while I'm down here, if I get the chance. That'd be the only Miami thing that I even entertain while I'm down here. Nothing in Coral Gables I need to see. I'm telling you, that dude's wife is going to Candy Fisher. Wayne, if you got kids listening, tell them to close their ears. If you're a kid watching, this might not be the portion for you, so just skip this. Wayne, I don't think, at least look, we all have our own thoughts on Jimbo. Jimbo doesn't have a great place in Florida State, you feel me? But we can all admit, Jimbo, at least he left his wife after she did what she did. I think Dan Mullen would sit down and watch. I think Dan Mullen would watch it. I think Dan Mullen will be in the back eating popcorn watching her get, well, Antonio Dupree was popping. Bro, I'm in Fort Lauderdale right now. Well, I'm in Fort Lauderdale. I'm in Broward right now. I'm not Fort Lauderdale. I'm in where the hell am I at? I'm at one of my friends' house. But that's because I catch the plane in the morning to go to Puerto Rico from out of Fort Lauderdale. But yeah, I'm down here in Broward right now. When sending a text at 3 a.m. is something you won't regret. Bro, you seen the Mississippi kid, DN? I think he was down for the elite camp. I did not see him. And Rose says his wife is definitely getting her back blown out by somebody else. And I think Dan Mullen watches it. He's just a clown, bro. He's just a clown. What else? I'm forgetting something, so give me a minute. I'm forgetting something. That's something I want to say, and I'm forgetting it right now. Give me a minute. I think we talked about Dustin Hill before. Oh, there was a quick scare on FSU Twitter. Jerry and Jones had seemed to be deleting everything FSU related. But after some digging, they're saying that it was just Jerry and Jones is moving apartments, and he's not leaving Florida State. But that was kind of a thing, like real quick, like over about an hour or 2 hours, everybody was like, "Oh, what's going on with Jerry and Jones? He deleted everything FSU off his Twitter." He talked about a tweet where he was looking for anybody that looking to pick up a lease. So people weren't sure if Jerry and Jones was on the way out. Apparently, it's false alarm, and there's no worry there. Okay, that's what it is. You need to slide to G5. When you come, I come back from Puerto Rico. Let's see, we fly out tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. I'll be back from Puerto Rico on that Monday, I believe. Monday next week, I think we'll be back. Last name Williams, I think, 6'5", 250 edge prospect, but his high school had some. Okay. Rose stupid. Rose stupid. Let me think. I'm trying to think. Some other stuff that's going on with FSU. I don't know, man. I think for the most part, bro, I think we're really in a good place. On the NBA note, I clowned the nappy-headed Prince KD. Man, did y'all watch KD last night? That boy put on a performance last night. I was sitting in the hotel room like, wow. I couldn't believe it. I was watching at one point. I was like, holy smokes. Yes, he put on a performance like he probably is the best player. He's probably the best player in the NBA right now. Uh, the DB room is crowded, though. I think we lose one. I think we lose one on the O line, Dan Squatch. I think we lost. I think if we get the Oklahoma kid who's originally from Arkansas, if we're able to somehow pull that, um, Clippers actually making a game of this. I think we get the. I wouldn't be because okay. Let's assume we get the Oklahoma kid. You're probably moving Love Taylor inside, which means Lucas and Bavion's battling for that other guard spot. I wouldn't be surprised if we lose into the offensive lineman, unless they convince one of those guys to stick it out, which it won't be Bavion because Bavion's in his last year of eligibility. This is do or die for Bavion if he has any hopes of being an NFL player. As far as DB goes, again, Jarian Jones he was a scare for a moment. Now, me personally, well, that would have been a surprise. I wouldn't have necessarily lost any sleep over it. With that said, the DB room is loaded. So yeah, it wouldn't shock me if I think the popular pick is Dent. Like everybody kind of thinks Dent is on the way out. I think, um, shout out to Ray Fitty, man. I don't feel so bad about my Knicks getting beat by the Hawks when they're now up 3-2 on the Sixers. So I don't even feel that bad about it. Shout out to the Hawks. KD wanted all the smoke. In my opinion, I believe FSU gives around 5 or 6 commits before August 1st. I definitely think we're going to pull Graham here, Sapp. But after that, I don't know. After that, I think it's tough sledding. I think everybody else is kind of on a wait and see. Mitchell's been off tonight. Look at Terrence Mann, FSU's finest. Shout out to Terrence Mann, y'all. I don't think we get Quayshawn Sapp. I believe. Oh, really? You think Sapp goes to UF? Interesting. I think I think they got to get Sapp. I think they got to get Sapp. Yeah, I agree with Dan Squash. We need that one. If Atkins is the guy we say he is, yeah, you got to get Sapp. You got to get Sapp because Sapp's been crystal ball for a while, and you got to get that one. I haven't seen Jerry and hanging with Jamie or Gant in a while. From what I heard, man, it was the false alarm. From what they're saying, Jerry is good. Getting the more told on campus was big. Yeah, I agree there, Dan Squatch. People sleeping on Noles and certified says I look wasted. I'm not wasted. I'm chilling, man. I'm vibing. I got a little bit of drink, but wasted is a strong word. Definitely not wasted. Sapp is my favorite guy behind Pritchett. And I told you about Trevor Lawrence. What about him? What about Trevor Lawrence? You ain't told me nothing about Trevor Lawrence. What are you talking about? Who the hell is Chris Marvin to get? I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. I'm still watching still looking at the watch, waiting to see if he ever gets anybody. Shade Tree, they're gonna get him on campus. I'm not too worried about Marvin Jones Jr. I honestly believe Marvin Jones Jr. will be in this class, unless FSU has an abysmal season. I think Shade Tree will be a part of this class. I know people might think I'm delusional when I say that, but I think Shade Tree will be here. I think the roots run too deep. If FSU's good, Shade Tree will be here. That's just my personal opinion, though. You just had my money. Now ain't no money. I betted you a bottle, so ain't gonna be no money. We betted a bottle, so just make sure you mail me my bottle. That's all. Look, you don't even remember the bet. Just have my bottle. When y'all don't win the division, I don't remember even what the bet was per se. I think it was either y'all win the division or you go 8-8 or something crazy like that. Neither one's gonna happen. Give me Ba, Pritchett, Sapp, Richardson, Armella. I'll be good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bro, Ba, Pritchett, Sapp. Bro, you're talking about a crazy O-line class if they pull that out. What you're most likely going to get is Ba. You probably won't land Pritchett, man, unless we do something spectacular during the season. You get Ba, Sapp, Charlton is probably who you're going to get. Richardson's going to be a tough battle down the stretch, I believe. I think Miami's firmly in it. And Armelia, I think, we'll see what happens with that. I don't really have a good feel on him. I feel like he wants to be a Nole, but I also feel like he's looking for every reason not to be a Nole, if that makes sense. I think most likely you'll get Ba. Best case scenario, right? Best case scenario is kind of what you said, but realistically, I think Ba, Sapp, Armelia, Charlton, and maybe one more, which could be Richardson. Pritchett's kind of a long shot to me, honestly. To keep it, John says, what's the minimum total? You need to keep it. So believe it or not, I think we keep this recruiting class regardless. If you're not aware, Sam McCall's shutting down visits. I'm not saying he's completely shut down, but he canceled a few visits going forward. We already know Travis Hunter is locked in. If FSU wins 7+, there's nothing to really worry about, if I'm being honest with you. I'm about all the way out on Richardson. Yeah, Dan Scott, you haven't liked Richardson from the jump, so that doesn't surprise me. Jags playoff bound. Yeah, okay. Nobody believes that shit. We make the playoffs. Okay, so I'm even more confident now that I know that y'all making the playoffs was the bet. No cap. The legacy guys be overrated. Hey, we still got to land them, Antonio. I don't think Marvin Jones Jr. is overrated. Armelia might be a tad bit overrated. I hear Charlton is the 5th option on the board. He probably is, but I still think that's who we. I think he ends up a Seminole. Bill Central says he's got a good feeling. No, I don't call you crazy. I feel like I have a good feeling about him too, but I do feel like because he's so hyped, like he's a main name out there. I think some of those other schools might intrigue him. Pritchett, Sapp, Ba, Charlton, Amelia. Again, I think Pritchett's a long shot, personally. I know Alabama apparently really likes him. But those other 4 definitely. Charlton looks good. And Charlton is I think he's underrated. He has some bad weight on him, but I think he's underrated. Shout out to Dan Squatch. When we win, I will find you, even if I gotta look you up on POD. Hey, bro, you're not winning the division, bro. You're not making it stop. The thing about Armelia is I think he translates better at guard than he does at tackle, where people think he's going to end up playing, where the money is, right? It's a glorified position for the offensive line in those tackle spots. Well, I actually think Armelia might be a better guard, which is okay. Just land him, and we'll figure out what to do with him. Who wins? Fury or Wilder? I mean, you already know who I'm going to say wins. Wilder by decapitation. What about early from Texas? Been a take. Early. What position he play, Rose? It's been a minute since we talked, so I had to mess with you. It's all good. We just chilling. Just got engaged. Shout out, certified. Congratulations on just getting engaged. Dance on Square says, I like his physical. I like he get. I hold on, Dance Square. I got you. Rose, like I get he plays big time Miami ball. His length is there, but his feet aren't great, and he's got to add about 35 pounds to be field ready. If Armeida's a tackle, he's a right tackle. I think he's a guard. I think FSU will play him at tackle if they have no choice. For instance, let's say our tackle class this year is Armelia, Charlton, Ba, and I don't know, man. Throw another, like we miss out on Pritchett, Richardson, and maybe another. Yeah, they may use Armelia as a tackle just off of the fact that they have to. He's referring to four-star O-line Jalen Early from Duncanville, Texas. I view Early as more a guard than a tackle. He's interested in Florida State. Watch out for A&M. Hey, if he's from Texas, definitely watch out for A&M. What's up with QB? Nico gone, man. Nico's out of here. I hope he finds out where he wants to go. Um, I heard Arizona State might be under some investigation, though. So I don't know if he wants to end up going to Arizona State. I like Easton Harris due to the house. I got a question for the chat. When we gonna start getting some defensive tackles on the board, man? Anybody got an answer for that one? Like I'm at this point, it's not even a joke anymore. Like I get it. Like for me, it was never a joke. Like I made a legit whole live stream off of Coach Odell. But seriously though, like what is going on? When are we gonna have any legit defensive tackles in the loop? I don't know if Norville Central got an answer for me on that. But seriously, like, where are they? I keep hearing Daniel Lyons and all these, but where are they, bro? Seriously, bro, where are they? Defensive tackle worries me week after week. I'm getting worried about D tackle. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Can we all agree that there is no QB competition? Bro, I said that after spring practice. And people wanted to argue with me. No, it's no knock on JT. No knock on Travis, man. Milton's the guy. And yes, Jordan Travis should be a part of the game plan, Antonio. Legacy players aren't always as bad as they seem, and it just seems like they're the best ones. Like Devin Bush ended up going to other school. He had a few that did well here. You can't expect them. Here's my thing with legacy players, Wayne. It's not so much about whether they're good or bad. It's the optics. For me, it's the optics. When a legacy player chooses another team, what does that say of, like, when you're Marvin Jones Jr.? Now, for any new Florida State fan in the chat who doesn't know who the hell Marvin Jones was, he's arguably the greatest college linebacker that ever played. When your son, who's your namesake, doesn't come to Florida State, to me, that's a bad look. Right? So that's where I'm at with the legacies. Like, I get it. Maybe they're not as good as whatever. I don't care. It's a good look. Marvin Jones Jr., who is one of the top players in the state of Florida, one of the top defensive ends in not only the state of Florida, but in the nation, should be a Seminole. But that's just me. I know you headed to that way. Fire. I don't want to say it. I'm just saying, where's the defensive tackle recruits at, man? Odell about to bring in some talent. Let's see it. Show me. Show me. Man, Patrick Belly just put up an air ball on a layup. I don't think I've ever seen that before. But the Clippers are winning. Daniel Lyons, Bishop Thomas, Caleb Artis, Horace Lockett, Hero Canoe are guys to watch at D tackle. Shout out to Norvell Central, man. He always knows. Because I don't see him. Big bro. I don't see him. Odell, the best recruit in my ass. But okay. Fabian Love, that might be. Hey, I think so. Fabian Love, I'm looking at big time work from him. I think so too, Dan Squash. We're on the same page when it comes to Fabian. What's the word on Horace Lockett? He's listed at 6'5". I got no word. Norvell might have a word on him. Odell is the GOAT. He might have used to been the GOAT 3-4 years ago. You can make that claim. But every GOAT passes their prime eventually. Again, man, if you look at the recruiting landscape, you have defensive ends, a bunch of guys visited, DBs. I mean, every position you can think of. But two are glaring: linebacker and D tackle. Davis says, so who's the second QB since Nico's gone? Great question. From what I hear, as of right now, they're good with just Duffy. Now, I do believe they will eventually take a second one, because that's always been the plan. So we'll see what happens there. Is Odell or Fuller responsible for D-line? It's Odell, John. Because you can't blame Fuller because the DBs are still recruiting. DNs are still recruiting. So you can't blame the defensive coordinator for the fact that I blame the position coach. That's just me personally. And Odell's was struggling before Fuller ever got the job. Yeah, they fired because they look like us, Rose. They want to beat us so bad, it seems like. They changed from the gold letters and now the white letters and the whatever. Boston College, like, they just keep trying to be like us, in my opinion. Whatever. It is what it is. How can I force Odell out? I'm just a guy on YouTube certified. I can't force Odell out. But like I did a video on, the man has a 4-year track record right now of not signing a defensive tackle. So how am I forcing him out? That's just the facts. It's just the facts. I don't know. Rice might play, Dan Squatch. He's been posting pictures, and we might get some of Rice. Warner, if you get anything of him, it's going to be at DN. So I don't know. I don't know about Warner. Yeah, linebacker recruiting definitely suspect. Definitely suspect. When Jerry, it's my first time seeing you. How are you doing? Make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. With a Japanese last name, it's interesting to see that you're a Florida State fan, but shout out to you, my friend. D-line and linebacker recruiting is in shambles. Thank you, Antonio. We're not signing anybody. Like, it's ridiculous at this point. You act like you can recruit better than Odell. You know, I don't get paid $1 million, $500,000, 6 figures to recruit. Odell does. I don't. You know? So again, whether I can recruit better than him or not is irrelevant. The man, this isn't 1 year that he's dropped the ball. This isn't 2 years that he's dropped the ball. The last real defensive tackle the man's recruited, I believe, was Robert Cooper. I believe is Robert Cooper. So it has nothing to do with me. I can only talk about what you've done for me, and he's done nothing. Yeah, Farmer may be a guy. I like Farmer actually a lot too, Dan Squatch. But that's a jumbo defensive end that they're trying to move to D tackle. You see where I have a problem with that, right? And when Jerry says he's from Vietnam, shout out to When Jerry from Vietnam. All our history at D tackle and linebacker, and we can't even get these blue chips top 10. Odell's got a 5-star in his backyard in Dindy, and he can't get him on campus. So you tell me. You tell me I'm just being over critical. Got a 5-star in Polk County. I was just in Polk County last week. I'll be there after I get back from Puerto Rico. I'll be back in Polk County. 5-star D tackle out of Lakeland. And Odell can't even get him on campus? Come on, man. Since when has that been a thing? Coop is in 2016 or 17. I don't know, bro. But like you said, R. Davis, it's pathetic. Coop is the last real D tackle the man's recruited. Somebody tell me I'm lying. Or is it True Thompson? Hell, True Thompson actually might be in the same class as Coop. So there you go. The plan is to move Farmer and Chambry Jackson to D tackle. Again, 2 jumbo defensive ends that you hope can translate. If you fire Odell, who would you want to replace him? You? No, not me. I already talked about that. If you fire Odell, the defensive line coach at a Pitt would be my first option. Be my first option. Odell is just that history. It's over. Dictionary gonna going places, man. I like Dix. I think, last year, true freshman, he struggled, but he also played a lot of snaps. I'm with you. I'm with you, Dan Squatch. I like Dix. I like Dix. I think he's the next FSU linebacker to make a name for himself. I really do. Um, we'll see what his damn coaching can do. And I have no doubt that Marv is a good coach. My problem with Marv seems to be on the trail. 97-90, man. LA might pull this game out. Coach Haggins and Marv are going to prove doubters wrong. Not saying you're a doubter or a hater. I get the frustration. Well, I'm a Polk County native, so as far as Coach Odell goes, I've always been in his corner. I'm only talking about what I've seen the last few years, Norvell. So when it comes to Odell, blame Odell. He set a standard of Corey Simon, Timmy Jernigan, Jacoby McDaniel, uh, and I'm missing guy, Eddie Goldman, Derek Nandi, DeMarcus Christmas. I'm naming blue chips off the bat. That was his standard that he set. He's not living up to his own standard. So that's just me. That's just me. Certified said he got faith in Odell. Okay. As far as Marv goes, Norvell, he has no track record with me. So he's got to prove me wrong for sure. I think they're moving away from the true zero tech, nose tackle guys towards more mobile interior guys. Okay, that's fine. When you do that, though, you get away from the guy that can plug the middle. Your linebackers got to be able to compensate, Dan Squatch. So we'll see. You feel me? Like a nose tackle, a true nose tackle, makes your linebackers' jobs a hell of a lot easier in the run game. If you're getting away from that, okay, but now your linebackers got to pick up the slack. Sounds like Odell failing in recruiting and developing. He's definitely failing in recruiting, John. No, you haven't stopped that. No, I haven't. What's maybe Gorbelt been getting abused all night? Defensive player of the year, my ass. Well, at the end of the day, when it comes to basketball, bro, great offense is always going to be great defense. We got strikers. We just can't cover. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that, Dan Squatch. We got guys that can get downhill, but you're absolutely right. We have no coverage in the linebacker spot. Guys can't cover in space for nothing. R. Davis says the war's been sus. So who would you guys say should have been the defensive player of the year? The problem with Odell's situation is the fact that he made him an interim head coach. Now they're afraid to pull the trigger on him because nobody wants to be that bad. I agree with that, Wayne. I agree with that. You don't want to be the guy that fires Odell Higgins. Which is why I said from the jump, they should have gave Odell the head coaching job instead of Willie Taggart. And I fully believe that. But anyway, Odell got to be held accountable just like everybody else. This is about winning games, and they support Odell. No, I haven't been wanting him out. Come on, don't do me like that. That's not true. I supported Odell until the facts said otherwise. We'll see, man. We'll see if Odell's any good, bro. We'll see. Right now, Odell's living off a legacy. But certified, since you riding so hard for Odell right now, tell me what Odell has done in the last 4 years. Serious question. If coaching is about what have you done for me lately, what has Odell Higgins done in the last 4 years? Since you riding so hard for Odell, and since I'm a hater and I've been wanting him out, which isn't true. I haven't been wanting him out. This time last year, I was defending Odell Higgins, but you can't go 4 years and not sign a guy. You can't go 4 years and not sign a real defensive tackle. So tell me what he's done in the last 4 years. Dan Squash says, if Rice still has some thread on the tires, I'm happy to ride with some combination of Gainer, Dix, and Rice. Maybe Robinson and Noles flexing into the box helps out. I don't know about Noles in the box. Robinson, yes. If you get blown up with Notre Dame, blown out? Let me tell you guys something. I don't expect us to get blown out by Notre Dame. If by the slim chance we get blown out, you tune into that post-game show. I'm telling you right now, because I will be going live right after the Notre Dame game. Tune into that. If you want to hear some epic gems, rants, call it what you want, tune into that. If we get blown out after the offseason we've had, yeah, tune into that. By all means. Because I'm going to bury everybody on the staff. Hell, I might bury every player. Which at that point, it'll prove to me that it ain't got nothing to do with the players. It's all about the staff. Get blown out? No, come on. No way we should get blown out. I'm not saying losing is not possible. We could potentially lose the game. That's fine. Blown out? Okay. I dare him. I dare him to get blown out. I agree with you, Dan Squatch. He's got the right attitude for sure. But he needs to get a little bit bigger before I play him in the box on a regular basis. Did you see Notre Dame spring game? Those QBs suck for real. I don't see no blowout. I didn't watch it. No lie, I didn't watch any spring game other than ours. I didn't watch any spring game other than ours. Notre Dame returns most of their defense. I hope it's not a struggle for our offense to score. We'll see. I think our offense is going to be vastly improved. But again, I want to see what this defense does. John says POLK will be lit. Bro, John, I know you're a Miami fan, but if you want some grade A entertainment, tune into that if we get blown out by Notre Dame. I'm telling you. Because everybody's job is going to be put on the line. Who am I to say who needs to be fired or not? I'm nobody, but I'm telling you, tune into that. You can't fault him for the recruitment if Lethal Simplicity was trash. Lethal Simplicity was trash, but every other position still recruited, though. Like, that's my problem. Like, Lethal Simplicity was trash, but we still landed a guy like Demore Tate, who was a top 50 player in the nation. Steven Dix, still landed him. 4-star blue chip prospect at linebacker. Quayshawn Fuller, blue chip prospect at defensive end. I can go on and on, but no blue chips at defensive tackle? I mean, you call it for what it is. I think we speak on Notre Dame for real. I think we sneak up. I think we do too. I think we win that game. I think guys like Jermaine Johnson, Mackenzie Milton. You're talking about guys that got something to prove. Yeah, I think we can get them too. I don't have much faith in them either, but I do have faith in some of those players. Adam Fuller won't make it to the end of the season. If that's the case, then that's a bad sign. I promise I will be tuned in. I know you will. John. Our players need to take the weight room more serious and stay off social media because you have 3 or 4 years to get your body right. Coach Storm's been tweeting some videos, and I like what I see in them videos. To be honest with you, Rose, I like what I see in them videos. To be honest with you, so I don't know about Demore Tate. I don't know if Norvell Central is still in the chat. You know, he's the guy with the insight. I'm just the fan. So I always quote or always refer to Norvell Central on this. Demore Tate, if I'm not mistaken, might miss the year with the injury. I've heard back and forth thing. Like at first I thought, or I heard at first it was just a spring injury, but now I'm hearing that he might not be ready for the fall either. Um, so we'll see what happens with Demore. And like I said, if Norville Central has any info on that, he can put it in the chat. But we'll see what happens with that. I want to see Georgia beat Clemson. I'm still mad about Nico. Look, y'all know me. I'm not gonna front. I was the biggest Nico fan out there. But I do think we got the better quarterback in AJ Duffy. And everything I'm hearing from the seven, they're saying AJ Duffy was the second best quarterback on his recent 7-on-7. And him and this 5-star that's committed to LSU. So I'm happy about AJ Duffy. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not too mad about AJ or too mad about Nico. Nico's got to do his best for him. I agree with that. Ardavius. I just don't believe he'll become a better scheme. I think his biggest problem is I don't believe that Fuller can make the adjustments made, if I'm being honest with you. What I'm hoping is that talent can override his scheme, is what I'm hoping, which is possible in college football. I'm right there with you, John. From what I hear, Purdy's still not in Tallahassee. From what I hear, he's still not in Tallahassee. Building strength in the off season is the best time. Duffy looking more, bro. Duffy look like the real deal, Dan Squatch. Duffy looks like the real deal. Was Nico scared of comp? When I originally certified, I don't know if you saw the original live stream I did. I don't like to say a kid is scared of anything. Ooh, Reggie Jackson with a clutch 3. I don't want to say he was scared of comp, but I think he saw AJ Duffy as a threat. I'll put it at that. I do think he was threatened by Duffy. And you can take from that what you want. I feel like LA's actually playing better without Kawhi, which is crazy. Look at Reggie. Look at Reggie. Look at Reggie. Took Gobert to the hole. What's our only hope made? Big shot, Reggie. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Travis J. I'm not ready to. I'm not ready to write Travis J up. Travis J was a true freshman last, or a redshirt freshman last year. Look, I'm not ready to write those guys off yet. Not ready to write those guys off. Duffy coming for the QB spot next year. You think so? I think he's gonna have a say. Him and Jordan Travis are gonna duke it out. And if Purdy can eventually show up, then maybe Purdy's in the mix too. But we'll see. Duff Daddy. He got scared. And you said it, not me. Yeah, man. Reggie, you saw that tape, man. Chris Paul should. I actually agree with you, Ardavius. Jeremy, Jeremy says, what happened to Odell in FSU? I'll let certified shooter answer that. Gobert getting abused. Travis J was learning how to play safety just next year, but he'll be fine. I noticed he was on Instagram in the club at 2 a.m. night before Dixon Gainer and all them other guys were giving all them kids free beds. Who? Travis J? I don't follow him on Instagram. I might need to start to see what he's up to. Did you get the alert just now? I didn't get anything. Man, stop. They fired Odell. Man, get off. Man, go to bed. Go to bed. How was your kicking game? So the kickers weren't great last year, but look, bro, John, look, I get it. I'm not look. We got a let's get an offense and a defense on the field before you worry about a kicking game. Like I get it. Special teams is a special part of the special teams is a pivotal part of the game. But bro, give me a legit. Ooh, Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell about to come alive. Give me an offense and a defense. We'll worry about kicking later. Yeah. That's really what I feel like, man. Terrence Mann, oh man, you gotta hit that. That's why you win the game, man. You gotta hit that wide open shot, bro. Terrence Mann not really a shooter though. Ooh, Donovan Mitchell didn't travel. Am I the only one that didn't see Donovan Mitchell just travel? But okay, whatever. Paul George, what's up, 904? Man, y'all don't believe anything certified shooters say. Odell did not get fired. Juno, what's up? Well, we got a better QB than AJ Duffy, so maybe as a second QB, that's the guy they could take a look at if they're interested. Well, right now you got Brownlee, you got Jerry and Jones, Akeem Dent, Brandon Moore, and the kid out of Arkansas. So they got and Miko Dotson. So even if Tate is out, they got options at that other corner spot. Yep, heard about Malachi Wyman no longer being a part of the Tennessee program. Can't, oops, can't say I didn't see that coming. Um, my thoughts on Weidman, he's not a priority for FSU. Like, I think he's a talent, but my question is why? He should have never been a Tennessee. He should have been a Seminole to begin with. Terrence Mann? Terrence Mann. So y'all didn't just see Terrence Mann dunk on Gobert. Okay. Seminoles in the building, even in the NBA playoffs, my boy. The Seminoles are in the building, even in the playoffs. Let's go. Let's go. Florida State, stand up. Uh, Abigande, if I'm saying that right, says what Fuller's defensive scheme? 4-2-5, apparently. 4-2-5. Fuller, man, stop it, certified. You just sound like a fanboy right now, bro. Stop. Gobert's off. Man, it looked like it because Terrence Mann just punched on him. Gobert's hot garbage. Ready to see George. I'm ready to see George Wilson, Patrick Payton, Chambry Jackson, Byron Turner. I'm ready to see all of that on defense. And that goes back to what I say earlier. Like, I don't have faith in Fuller, but I have faith in the talent. The talent can outplay the scheme. It's possible. We've seen it before. The talent can outplay the scheme. And that's what I'm kind of banking on. Like, we have talent at defensive end. We have talent at linebackers. We have talent at DB. The only place I think we're really lacking in real talent at defense is the defensive tackles. Because when you get past Fabian Lovett and when you get past Coop, I have some questions. I think Briggs is a good option, but again, I have some questions. The talent's got to surpass. Ooh, how you shoot an air ball? Come on, Batum. You're a veteran. You can't shoot no air ball from the corner. What the hell? Spider Mitchell, bro. He's not finna let him go down without a fight. He's not finna let him go down without a fight. Dwayne Wade loves him some Donovan Mitchell. Boy, he be at all these Utah games. Ja'Kai Douglas been working. I'm ready for Ja'Kai. Offensively, I'm not worried at all, to be honest with you. Fuller just switched to a 4-2-5. Sounds good for y'all, but I don't believe him. Which would you rather see go? Fuller first. I'd rather see Fuller go first. Fire Fuller first if it was up to me. I fire him first. What's Fuller's secondary cover? That's a great question. That is a great question. Who's got an answer for Abigande right now? I feel like he does. You know what, Abigande? I owe you an answer because last year I can't pinpoint it because he did a mix. He did a mix of cover three and a lot of man to man, but he would put safeties in the man to man, which I'm not a fan of at all. Your safeties are safeties for a reason. They're safeties unless they're special. I mean, you please, anybody, name me 5 safeties in the history of football, seriously, that you would ever play in man-to-man coverage. Tyrann Mathieu, Sean Taylor, Ed Reed, Derwin James, maybe Earl Thomas. Like, your safeties are safeties for a reason. Last year, he did a lot of mix of man-to-man with the safeties and some cover 3. I owe you that answer, though. I do owe you that answer. Absolutely, I owe you that answer. Hunter Washington, Roseanne. I think both these skinny DMs won't see the field this year. I know everybody remembers Brian Burns, but those two ain't that. I agree with Dan Squatch. I don't think neither one of those guys are Burns, but I do think Byron Turner is going to make an impact. So you can quote me on that one. Donovan Wade. Yeah. Shout out to Paul George, man. He's showing up without Kawhi Leonard. George Wilson would definitely see the field. He's already 225. Derwin James. But Ramsey's a real corner, so I don't count Ramsey because Ramsey is a real corner. He's not a safety. I know he played safety as a freshman, but we all know Ramsey is a corner. Ooh, Mitchell, he can't shoot no air ball right there, buddy. Yeah, man, he shot the air ball. That wasn't the best shot right there. If the Clippers find a way to lose this game, oh, it's over. Especially without no Kawhi. But shout out to Paul. Ooh, that boy putting that lock on Paul George. O'Neal put the lockdown on Paul George. He couldn't do nothing. Okay, Donovan Mitchell, your turn. That's off. Utah will be better off if they put Gobert on the bench right now. Gobert isn't impacting the game offensively or defensively. How many wins FSU gets this season? Um, so I've been very hesitant on making a prediction on the wins. But here's what I will tell you, and I take it to the bank. If I'm wrong, unsubscribe. Don't follow me anymore. Florida State will not lose more than 6 games. As a matter of fact, I take that back. Florida State will go into the bowl games with 7+ wins. Now take that for what it's worth. FSU will not lose, or FSU will not win less than 7 games. And I believe that. They will not win less than 7 games. They will go into the bowl game with a winning record. Now, if they finish 7-6, that's one thing. They will go into the bowl game with a winning record. And it starts on Labor Day. Good defense from Utah, but it ain't gonna matter because LA finna only 35 seconds left. 6-6 plus 1 for a bowl. Unless we beat Notre Dame, then who knows? Especially if we beat Notre Dame. If we beat Notre Dame off the rip, and depending on the fashion in which we win that game, y'all gonna see me. Y'all gonna see a brand new POLK. Y'all gonna see a brand new me. Cause I'm gonna tell all kind of lies. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But even if we lose the Notre Dame game, we will not. We will not lose. Yeah, we will not. Or we're not. Yeah, we will not lose less than what 5. Not lose more than 5 games. So we'll have 7 games going into the bowl season at least. Hell, I kind of agree with Rose right here. If you look at some of the biggest guys that we're in competition for, they're Miami kids. Whether it's Richardson or the linebacker, who I always mess up his last name, but you guys know who I'm talking about. That starts with a B. Nigel Kelly. I think Miami's probably our biggest comp for him. Yeah, I think if we beat Miami, I agree. I think we keep that class together. I actually completely agree with you, Rose, on that. All right, man. Let's hit these free throws. Miami recruiting. Y'all know me. I don't talk a lot of junk. I actually appreciate Miami fans because a lot of Miami guys are subscribed to me. I don't make any you know whatever about it. A lot of the Miami dudes are some of the coolest dudes I got that subscribe to me. To be honest with you, let Miami fans tell it. They got some stuff in the works. They got some stuff in the works. But 2 commits as of right now. I think they have 2 commits as of right now. Uh, we'll see. We'll see what happens with those guys. We'll see what happens with those guys. I think that BC game is going to be tough. I do think that BC game is going to be tough. Yeah, this game's over. Shout out to the Clips for winning this one. BC in November will be a tough game. That's an away game, too. If you beat Notre Dame, here's the beauty of that Notre Dame game. If you beat Notre Dame, you have a great shot of going to North Carolina undefeated. Again, granted, you don't lose a game you're not supposed to. But the schedule, this is off the top of my head. Turn the TV there? Huh? Um, what was I saying? If you beat Notre Dame, then you're talking about Wake Forest, Louisville, UMass, Jacksonville State. I mean, there's a great chance you go into North Carolina undefeated. Straight up, Dan Squatch. I agree with you 100 right there. You have to win a game you're not supposed to. I'm with you. But I think Miami, Florida's always tough because we play them at the end of the year. So whatever, mm, Donovan just hit a monster right there. Um, I still think Florida's always tough because it's the last game of the season, and you figure they're gonna figure out whatever kinks they've had, right? So even though I don't personally think Florida's gonna be that good this year, I'm not high on Emory Jones. I don't think he's that good of a quarterback. I think Florida lost a lot of talent. I don't think much of Florida going into this year. That's just me. I actually think Miami has a better chance of being better than Florida. And I don't even know if Miami's going to be that good because I think offensively Miami's limited until they make the transition from Derek King to Jake Garcia. But that's just me personally. I do like what Derek King brings to the table as far as leadership, but I think talent-wise, Jake Garcia is definitely the future of that program. And as long as they stick with Derek King, they're going to be limited. But that's just me. Um, so I think Florida's the team. Like if you made me pick right now, I think FSU beating Florida is more likely. But then again, Miami's coming to Tallahassee. I wouldn't rule either one of those games out of you know, the beauty of it is those games are at the end part of the season, both of them. We're gonna know what type of team we are by then. We're gonna know what type of team we are by then. See, the problem with Notre Dame is I don't know what type of team we are yet, so it's hard for me to predict it because we have so much transition on the roster. I don't know what type of team we are yet. I've begun to think Emery is good enough. So I don't even know if he's good enough. That's just me personally. The only thing benefiting Miami personally that I believe is that they have an easy schedule. Miami has an easy schedule. Not even gonna front. Once they play Alabama, which I think everybody expects to be a L, the rest of the schedule is kind of cake. You feel me? So it is what it is. Right. Absolutely, Dan Squatch. Yeah, if Miami went 7-5 with their schedule, Miami Diaz should be fired instantly because their schedule isn't hard. Again, it's Alabama and then a bunch of nothing. The hardest teams on Miami's schedule. Let's just go by it. And I haven't even looked at their schedule. Alabama, North Carolina, and what, Florida State, and that's because we're a rival. We don't even know what type of team we have yet. That's it. 3 games. Miami's entire schedule is 3 games. North Carolina, Alabama, and Florida State. 7-5, then Manny needs to be fired. Period. Point blank. Now, Miami did that to us. They definitely crippled us, but they crippled us physically with Francois, but they crippled Nick Saban crippled Jimbo mentally, and Jimbo checked out after that game. But we're not even going to go down that rabbit hole. Don't blame Alabama for that damn season. Blame Jimbo Fisher because he checked out. Pitt's tough. I feel you, Rose. Pitt's tough. I didn't think Miami was going to beat Pitt last year, but they did. So we'll see. But I think Pitt is a tough game. Maiden date. I think you might want to reel it back in a little bit. I think eventually you guys do need to make the transition from King to Garcia, but not week 1 or 2. Um, Jake may be talented, but we've seen a lot of talented kids get lost in the sauce because of mental. But for me, again, Miami's schedule isn't hard, so I don't, you know, if Miami lost to Michigan State, they should just get rid of the entire season. I don't know if it's at Pitt or not. I don't know. I'm gonna end it on Dan Squatch's question since the game is over. The Clippers pulled out a victory to go up 3-2. Shout out to the Clippers, man. I did not expect this. So I always expected the playoff expansion. I just thought it would be 8 instead of 12. I I don't know if any details have came about of how they're gonna pick the 12 teams. I'm with it only if, and I know this isn't going to be the case. So here's the problem with it is I don't like a playoff committee. I don't like a playoff committee. I don't like the fact that you're going to have a committee of however many people determine who deserves to be in a playoff or not, right? Now, anybody can correct me, but if I'm not mistaken, you have the Power Five, you have the ACC, the Big 12, the Big 10, the SEC, and the Pac 12. That's five. Then you have the Sun Belt, the Mountain West, the Conference USA, the AAC, and the MAC. Those are 10 teams. I'm 100% for, excuse me, 10 conferences. I'm 100% for the 12-man playoff if you tell me, and you ain't got to agree with me, but this is how I feel. If you tell me that 10 of the 12 spots are guaranteed by conference championships of the 10 conferences in college football, then I'm all for it. And then the committee only has to pick two at larges, I'm fine with that. I'm 100% fine with that. My problem is we know the SEC is going to have 3 or 4 teams in a 12-man playoff because of the bias from ESPN. We know that. We know for a fact that you're going to get all the conference winners from the big conferences. Then you're going to get a one-loss team here, a two-loss team from the Pac. Like that's my problem with the 12-man team. Then I don't. Then it's just a glorified money move. Get the big conferences and get the big schools and the big dance and make all the money you can. That's all that is. But if you give me 10 guaranteed spots that are all conference winners from the entire Division 1 Group of Five and Power Five, then I'm 100% with it. And only give me two at larges. I don't care if the Conference USA it doesn't have a legit chance of winning the national championship. If you win the conference, you should be in the playoff. I don't care if the Sun Belt doesn't have a legit chance of winning a national championship. If you have win the conference, you should be in the playoff. If you do that, then I'm with it. I'm 100% with it. If not, then I think the 12 man is just it's a joke, and I'm not a fan of it, and I know that's not happening. So before y'all tell me that my idea is off and it's not happening, then I know it's not. I know it's not. I know what you're most likely gonna get. You're gonna have you will get, for instance, a Cincinnati or UCF in the playoff. I believe you will get that. But outside of that one school, you're gonna have 2 or 3 SEC teams, 2 or 3 Big Ten teams, 2 ACC teams, two pack like, and I don't want to see that to be honest with you. If you want to make the regular season mean something like it's always meant, if you want to make the conference championship still mean something, make the teams to qualify for the playoffs actually win their conference. That's just my opinion, though. I agree with that, Lion King. You're absolutely right. All Notre Dame has to do is not lose more than 2 games, and they'll be in the playoff every single year. Absolutely. That's my problem. Again, that's my problem. Give me the 10 guaranteed locks, and then give me the at-large bids. Only 2. I'm way more comfortable with a committee picking 2 at-larges than 6. You know what I'm saying? Or 7. So that's just me. But shout out to the chat. Thank you, John. We're going to end it here. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I got a flight to catch in the morning. I'll probably do another live stream in Puerto Rico, man. So we're going to have another late night Noles talk. But I'm going to head out here, man. You guys have a good morning/night. Shout out to the 863 tribe. It's your boy POLK on 863 Summer TV. And we out here, baby. I will see you guys later. Get some sleep so before I catch this plane. Stay classy, Seminoles, and we out here.